Hello and welcome back to more Let's Play Shadowgate. In the previous episode, we tried to figure out this lever puzzle, but I couldn't quite get it. I'm pretty sure it's got to be something like this. And actually, off screen, I did figure it out. It's the right, middle, right. Why that didn't work last time, I'm pretty sure I already used that combination. Who knows? Scree, the cylinder lifts with a shuddering sound. You're momentarily dazzled as the darkness is lit by a blinding flash. The silver orb is revealed, and we're going to go ahead and take that silver orb. The orb is in hand. As soon as you remove the orb, the cylinder closes. Now, at this point, what you're going to want to do is actually return all the way back to the beginning, basically. So, let's begin our descent back. We're not going to want to go through that yet. All the way back. Alright. All the way back here. And we're gonna go this way. Now then, there were two bridges here, and I said I didn't want to cross the other one at this point. What we're going to want to do is, we can actually pass that bridge now. And we actually could a while back, but there would have been no point in it, because we couldn't do anything once we got across there, and then we would have wasted the actual ability to go through there. Because you can only do this once, and I actually have to find it. We need to use Bottle 2 on ourselves. You drink the liquid and immediately begin to rise in the air. Basically, that means we won't end up destroying this bridge once we pass it. A giant snake confronts you in this small cave. Alright. What you're going to want to do here is, we want to use the crest. What the hell? We want to use the, not a spell. I want to find the wand. You're going to want to use the wand on the snake. The snake begins to shake and shudder. Is it just your eyes, or is it shrinking? It actually shrinks and forms into the serpentine statue begins to change. It grows smaller and smaller. It dematerializes and forms anew as a staff of tremendous beauty. Now we're going to take the staff. Now then, there is a... If you remember back to the riddle, which actually we have scroll number 5, I don't think we've read that. Observing the stars, the throne constellation appears once every 5 summers. Legend says that it is a portal to another land. Okay. Whatever. If you remember back to scroll 1, and what the wizard said, let's go ahead and read that again. Scroll 1. Oh, look at it. Come on. Your hands begin to sweat because of your extreme excitement. 5 to find, 3 are 1. 1 gives access the bladed sun. Well, if you remember, the talisman is in the shape of the sun or star, and it had very sharp points. The silver orb to banish below, we just got that from the lever puzzle. The staff of ages to vanquish the foe. The staff we actually just picked up. However, it's not the staff of ages. It's missing a few things. Joining to the golden blade. Well, we have a blade in our inventory. But joining to, so we need to join the staff and the golden blade. The last to invoke the platinum horn. And we've already got a platinum horn. So what we want to do here is we actually want to combine a bunch of items. First of all, we're going to combine the staff and the blade. No? I believe we do. Suddenly, lightning begins to flash in the room. Then the golden spike slides smoothly onto the staff and locks into place. And then we're going to use the orb on the staff. Light cascades through the room as the staff becomes a living entity. If we look at it, now, power emanates from the staff. The three are now and one and forever one. So we combine the three into one. So now we have the Staff of Ages, a Talisman, and the Platinum Horn. We can now head on to the beginning of the game, or the end of the game. It is a really, really short game. So, let's head on. We have to head all the way back to that one room with the two golems or whatnot. Now then, once we get into the next room, if you try and pass the bridge, the troll says you must pay a toll of 1 gold coin. No. But as you can see, we don't really have anything to fight up against him anymore now. What you want to do is you're going to use the spell Humana that we got earlier. The spell is chanted, Humana. As soon as the magic is invoked, you lost sight of yourself. You're as invisible as the wind. And now he can't see us, so we can pass. The castle Shadowgate looms before you. So we're going to go ahead and move. 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 Yes, I can. You're trying to tell me what I can and can't do. Go all the way back down here. Through here. Now, before you try and go through this, if you try and go through there, the two guardians will kill you. They're basically the guardians of a dark passageway. If you remember, there's a spell that will actually illuminate a dark passageway. So, let's use it. The spell is enchanted, Illumina. Suddenly the cavern is so bright that you have to shade your eyes. It takes a few moments to regain your senses from the Nova Burst. It seems the gargoyles were also affected and haven't yet recovered from the spell. So, what we're going to do is move through there while they're distracted. The room seems to be made solely for the purpose of housing the well. Now this door we actually can't open, which is weird. And there's nothing, like, spectacular about it either. What I'm going to do here real quick is actually I want to use another torch. And what we're going to do is we're going to open up this well. The cover of well is open. Sorry about that, I was interrupted. What was I saying? We used a torch, and now we gotta open that last bag that we actually got that I've not opened yet. Not this way. Bag 3. Open it up, and we actually find that there are gold coins. So, what we need to do is grab the gold coin. At the moment, I'm only going to grab one. There's no point in grabbing the others. And we're going to use that big coin, actually, into the well. For some reason, if you try and do... try to go down the well, you'll die. But you have to use the big coin down the well. As soon as you throw the coin into the well, a huge wind erupts from within it. It reminds you of the small dust devils you see in the autumn months. Apparently that wind will make you not die if you try and go down here. You can't do that. Yes, I can. I can, too, move down the well. Originally, you would, like, break your legs or something. Swirling winds carry you down the deep well and set you gently into the cavern below. You stand above a beach, looking down upon a river. What we're going to do here is you can see a gong with a skeletal face on it, and you can see a gong handle. What do you want to use this on? You use it on the gong. After the gong sounds, a specter materializes right before your eyes. The ghostly ferryman doesn't look friendly. You hear a faint voice ask for a fare. So we're going to use a gold coin on his hand. The ferryman takes the coin and gestures to you board quickly. Let's go ahead and do that then. And he takes us over here. You climb aboard the tiny raft and soon reach the opposite bank. The stone skull stands against the far wall, screaming silently. For some reason, you get the feeling you are standing on sacred ground. Now then, this is where I always seem to mess up. Let's see, I need to use the talisman on the sword? If not, I'm about to die. Let's go ahead and use that. The artifact known as the Bladed Sun is now secured in place. And then what you're going to want to use is the horn. Now, if I got this wrong, I actually should end up dying. The sound of the horn echoes loudly in your ears. Suddenly, you hear the sound of grinding rock, and the jaws of the skull begins to descend. Hot wind erupts from the mouth, creating the illusion that the stone skull is alive. Alright, I actually got that correct. I was thinking it might need to be the crown, but I knew it was not this one. Alright. Now, before you go in here, make sure you've got the Staff of Ages, otherwise you will die. The cavern that you have entered is by far the largest your eyes have ever gazed upon. And in front of us lies the Dark Wizard, the warlock, the evil warlock lord, who has just raised the behemoth. From the depths, the most powerful creature that has ever existed, the behemoth. Your stomach knots up as you stare at this new horror. This beast is indeed incredible. You wonder for a moment how you could defeat such a creature as this. Well, we got the Staff of Ages, which is a staff of, like, the gods. So we're going to go ahead and use that staff on the behemoth. Now, don't use it on the warlock, otherwise you will die. Use it on the behemoth. You pray as you raise the Staff of Ages that it has the power that the prophets claimed. The staff pulsates with power and a beam of light explodes from it, striking the behemoth. Yep, and it struck true. Now it looks at us with this evil glare, and as you can see, it grabbed the evil warlock and now is descending down into the depths. The creature screams in agony, thrashing back and forth in great pain. In his rage, he grabs the warlock lord and descends into the depths forever. You can hear the warlock lord's screams fade into silence. Suddenly, it is very quiet. A beautiful light seems to fill the cavern. The morning sun, you say to yourself, it is over. Although exhausted, you lean on the Staff of Ages and begin your long journey home. And this is when we've returned. This is another song that I like quite a lot, actually. Word of your historic quest has already reached the farthest parts of the land. You are triumphantly greeted as you enter the gates of the royal city of Stormhaven. Moments later, you are ushered into the royal palace where you are greeted by the king. I know what thou hast done, brave one. The world would be dark forever without thee. And that's it. It will actually stay on the screen for the entire, rest of the time that you actually have the machine on. So, with this being done, hello. Okay. You're bestowed a kingdom to rule in the king's fair daughter's hand. As you leave the throne room, you know that although this quest is over, others await. After all, the bards will need new legends to sing of and new tales to tell? The first story's end. Okay, there we go. Now it will stay on the screen for as long as whatever. Apparently my emulator glitched. Anyway, with that being done, yep, that's the entire game. It's really, really short. Usually I would get it done a lot quicker, but, reading through all that text and crap out loud kind of made it quite long. I think this took me like an hour or so to beat. I think my best time is a half hour, 20 minutes to a half hour. But, yeah. A really fun game. I'm going to be playing Uninvited next. I really just feel like playing some classics. Anyway. Yeah, it's a really great game. I grew up with it, but there's several funny things that you can do in it. Like, you could use, like, the sword on yourself, and then it will describe a way in which you committed suicide. And what kind of hero are you? Stuff like that. Like, you can take the hammer, smash it through your skull. Weird crap. I highly suggest looking up that video for all the different deaths, because some of them can be quite hilarious. And I know I didn't show a single death in this, but that's just because I played this game so many times that I know what to do and not to do to, live through everything. So with that being done, I'll see you all next time, where I'll be playing Uninvited, which is a sequel type thing to this. So yeah, I'll see you all then.